got some space here. It's a big play there for Oakland. 66 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first and goal, Washington. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Washington, third and goal. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal.
Brandon, this is why I'm really glad I'm sitting up here next to you. It's awfully tempting to go for it right here, isn't it? But it's been a great drive. On the road, you've got to come away with at least 3 points. Kick the field goal.
So on fourth down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
First carry for Wendell Smallwood. He finds an opening past the 40. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Wentz. And down he goes. as they bring down Wentz on the sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, here's Wentz. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now the rookie from San Diego State, it's Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Toss play. This is Smallwood. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On third and short, Smallwood. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now they try the right side here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Play clock winding down. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Flush to his right. He's going to run, and now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Six-year man Marquette King on to punt as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And on 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, it's Wentz. A dump off to Smallwood. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now a handoff looking right. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. On play action, Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Carr. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught at the 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, Carr. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He was trying to get it to Donnell Pumphrey. And that'll bring up second down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
First down, Wentz, flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Looking deep for LaFleur. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. And even 50 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Smallwood. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Wentz eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The target there, Mac Hollins. And now it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Now that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr on the give. It's Washington. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
The play clock's running down, and he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Raiders on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
Brought in by Walford, right side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Buying time to his left. And he's got some space here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On play action, now Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. 3rd down, it's Wendell Smallwood. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And some room to work. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A run with Smallwood. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he connects with Ertz. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jurrell Casey coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a play fake. Wentz escaping the pressure right. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a two-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Now a play fake. Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
Oh, partner, my partner. That was pretty amazing, wasn't it?
It was indeed. It was a long, long field goal, and that ties this ball game here in the 4th quarter.
And that sideline absolutely loved it, didn't they? I don't know how many of them thought that he would make that, but once the ball got over the crossbar, that's one fired-up football team.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly. Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Mario Edwards. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll return
return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Michael Kendricks able to drop him for a loss of 4. So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Wentz. And some room to roam now. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.